Hi guys, very good morning. I'm sharing my screen. Hope my screen is visible to all of you. Visible, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So in the last class, we completed the entire test case and test scenarios. Sorry. Yeah. So today we'll discuss about the test case template. So we follow a particular templates to write a test case. It varies from companies to company. It is not fixed. It is not fixed. And then we're going to discuss about important points. Need to remember doing while writing a test case. So what are the important points? See, whenever you want to write a functional test case, okay, always you should understand the application first before you jump into writing a test case. Understand the application and discuss with your team members or colleagues. Do brainstorming session. Means look, you ask the question to your friends or maybe your colleagues. They might ask a question, so you get it resolved. Then you decide, okay, so which test case design technique should I use? I should use a boundary value analysis, or should I use error guessing technique, or should I use state transition? You decide, and then you start writing a test case. And whenever we write a expected result, whenever we are going to write expected result, we should always use the word called should be or must be. These words we have to use. Okay, so while writing a test case, we follow one particular template. Let's say a serial number. So instead of serial number, we can write test case ID. Test case ID. Then feature or module. Then say precondition. Test data. Test case type. Some people they follow this test case type. Then test scenario. Test steps or test cases, both are same. Then actual result. Expected result. Then test status. Then comments. Okay. So these are all the fields will be there. So these are all the columns will be considered while writing a test case. So here I told expected result. So whenever we are writing an expected result, we should always use the word called should be or must be. Example, okay, verify. Okay, I'll go to Swag Labs application. Verify login button is present or not. Actual result, yes. Okay, actual means whatever is there in the application when you're doing a testing. Yeah, login button is present in the login page. expected result. Okay, login button should be present in the login page. Whenever we are writing a test case, okay, we fill all the details along with the expected result. Actual result we will write while doing the testing. This one we write in the beginning itself. In the interview, they'll ask, while writing a test case, do you write actual result and expected result at the same time? What should be your answer?
Expected results.
No.
Listen my question.
No, sir.
While writing a test case, do you write both actual result and expected result at a time, same time?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So then when you write expected result, when you write actual result?
Expected result we write before only, sir.
Before only. Actual result?
After
After the
testing.
test.
For
Yes.
testing.
After the, like while doing a testing or after testing, whatever the result you'll get. For example, expected result say that, okay, login button should be present or must be present in the login page. But when I open here, assume that login button is not there. Okay, then you write the actual result. Okay, login button is not present in the login page. So test status is fail, because expected condition says that it should be present, but in actual result, it is not present. So test status is fail. That is how we write it. Okay, so that is very important. And also elaborate the steps only which are important. Unnecessary, don't elaborate the remaining stuff. Do not elaborate all the steps. And highlight the object names. First thing is we need to highlight the object names. Okay, now I'm testing what username, okay, login button or password text field, username text field. So highlight that particular object names. And do not hard code the test cases. Hard code means, okay, did I enter any particular username? Enter username. Did I enter anywhere particular username or general I have written?
General, sir.
Yeah, right. So never write a hard coded value. Enter this username, this password. No, never do that. Do not write hard coded test case. Always write a generic test cases and organize the steps in such a way that, okay, all the steps should be, okay, it should be easy to execute, and it should reduce a lot of execution time. So that is how you should write. And you know, also understand how each and every features are interconnected. Once you understand, okay, simply don't write. Think from the execution point of view, whether whatever I'm writing will I be able to execute, or if other engineers will they able to execute. So check and also see whether you have covered all the possible test scenarios or not. And you should use the standard template, test case template, as per your project description. They would have mentioned, that, okay, Sangeeta, she's in the class. Hello, Sangeeta, I'm in class. Hello, who's this? Hello, just a second. I'm getting one call, Sangeeta. Wait. I thought your name only. Somebody has called. Uh, yeah. Yeah. So I was mentioning that at standard test case template, we have to use this standard test case template to write a test case. That is very important. Write down important points need to remember while writing a test cases. I'll give some 6-7 points. Point number 1. Before we start writing a test case, spend good amount of time. Spend good amount of time. Spend good amount of time spend good amount of time to understand the requirements in detail. To understand the requirements in detail. To understand the requirements in detail. We'll stop. Next. Do a brainstorming session. Conduct a brainstorming session. Storming means kind of discussion with your colleagues. Conduct a brainstorming session with the colleagues. STORMING, brainstorming session. Conduct a brainstorming session with the colleagues to understand the requirements in a better way.
Once again, repeats the second point.
Conduct a brainstorming session with the colleagues. Brainstorming session with the colleagues to understand the requirements in a much more detailed way. Next point. While writing the expected result, while writing the expected result, while writing the expected result, we have to use the words like we have to use the words like we have to use the words like should be or must be. We have to use the words like should be or must be. Should be or must be. Next point. Elaborate only those steps elaborate only those steps elaborate only those steps which we have to focus. Elaborate only those steps which we have to focus. Stop. Do not elaborate all the steps. Do not elaborate all the steps. Do not elaborate all the steps. Next. Highlight the object names. Highlight the object names. Highlight the object names. Highlight the object names. Next point. Do not hard code the test cases. Do not hard code the test cases. Do not hard code the test cases. So always write a generic test cases. Always write a generic test cases. Always write a generic test cases. Somebody has asked manual testing notes, right? I don't know. Somebody has written and shared. I'll share this to, because Sangeeta has asked, right? I will put it in the group. So instead of referring this, I would prefer ask your friends who are attending class daily and refer, because these are old notes, 3 years back. Maybe we would have updated some contents. Not sure. And also, okay, we are talking about test cases, right? Okay, I'll give you sample test cases also. Which point you have written now? Do not hardcore test case is completed.
Yes, sir.
Total, how many points completed?
6.
Seventh one. Organize the steps. Organize the steps in such a way that it should reduce the lot of execution time. 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 Okay, next point. Once we identify all the possible test scenarios, come on, prioritize the scenarios. Next, write the test cases according to the priority. Write the test cases according to the priority. Done?
Yes, sir.
Next, always think from the execution point of view. Always think from the execution point of view. Always think from the execution point of view. While writing the test cases. Next, total how many points?
10, sir.
7.
7 or 10?
10.
10 points. Okay. Which is the last point you have written?
Always think from execution point of view while writing a test cases.
One more last point. We should use the standard test case template. We should use the standard test case template. We should use the standard test case template, which is defined in the project. Which is defined in the project.
So can you repeat?
We should always use the standard test case template. We should always use the standard test case template, which is defined in the project. Okay, fine. The next heading, test case template. Heading, test case template. Test case template. Okay, now look at here, all of you. See, test case template, it has divided into three parts. Whatever you're seeing here, these are all the headers. These are all the headers. Okay, and so this is a standard template which we follow. Let me go to the, say, one test case for Sony Live when I was working in a Sony Live platform. See, we had written, these are all the features, total 27 features, and we have written approximately around 1,000 change. Okay, how many are pass and fail, including all, including everything, 1,822 test cases. Okay, we have written all the test cases, and you can go one by one. We have written, so whatever you see here in the header. Okay, so this is a standard template, and we call it as a title. You can say, so these are all the headers, each and every part, whatever each and every column you see, right? These are all the headers. This entire thing is a template, and each and every column, whatever you see on the top, it's a header. And then whatever you write below, that is a body. That's a body of the test case. Body of the test case. Similarly, I'll take Amazon. Yes, we have written product listing page. Okay, for Amazon, Android, okay, application name, platform, OS, Android, feature name, okay, feature module, and then sub module name, scenario description, means like test scenario only, same test scenario. Depends on the company to company, and which version they are testing, precondition, test type, it is a functional or non-functional, and testing steps. They have written everything in one line only. See, launch the application, log in with a valid credential, navigate to the search text box, enter the t-shirt in the search text box. They have written. Then, okay, so expected result, they have written. So this is, I gave it for students to write when while learning a course. That time they had written. So this is for mobile application they had written. Okay, I'll just show you other. And then, okay, student teacher module. See here, okay, so test case ID, module name, blog, sub module name, same. Okay, and so they have one more feature called view. So they have written. Description is nothing but test scenario. Some people, they use the word called test objective or test scenario, both are same. Verify, the user should be able to see the blog under the navigation menu, expected result, actual result, and then status, pass or fail. Depends on the company to company, they follow this template. Okay, it is not fixed. And always remember, whenever you're writing a test scenario, you have to use the word called verify or validate or check. If you see here, they have used verify, verify, verify. And I'll show you other test cases. See here, verify, verify, verify. They have used test scenarios. This one is different. Wait. See, I have multiple template one. So this is one template. Okay, module or sub module is there. Test case title is nothing but test scenario only. Then clickable element means whether it is a clickable or not. Then this is another template. This one is one more template. Then mobile app testing, test cases. So like this, okay. And remember, it is not fixed. Varies from company to company. But you remember any one template and you tell us, this is what I followed in my company. Because you're not going as a genuine, right? So you say that, okay, I have used this particular template to write a test case in my company. You can say that. Right, so I'll share this Amazon test case or Sony Live. Okay, so this template, this scenario, the scenarios, not this one. These things I'll share it to you. Just go through this. This is for your reference. Okay. Now, what you should do? you have written already test cases and test scenario, right? Now I want you to write it in the Excel sheet. You write this in Excel sheet, give a test case ID, TC underscore example, TC underscore 1. This is test case ID 1. Feature name, you are testing which feature now? Login page, right? Login page. Precondition, okay. Test URL should be up and running. Test URL should be ready. Then next what? User should have required credentials to test. Okay, so this is a precondition. Because if test URL is not ready, you cannot go and do the testing, right? User should have a required credentials to do the testing. Then test data, you enter that test URL here in the test data, test URL and username and password, whatever is there, test data. Then test case type, you're checking whether it's a UI testing or functional testing, you can write. Then priority, so login page is high priority, low priority. High priority. If there is any mistakes, entire users will be seeing that. So high priority. Then test scenario here. Test scenario. You write whatever scenario you had written here. No, go one by one. First, write any one scenario. This one. Verify swag labs. This header, and then after that you write a test case. Test steps. Whatever is there. And then you write an expected result. Okay, so that text should be present, should be or must be, have to use the word, should be present on the login page. And then actual result, when you start testing it, you see whether it is present or not. Okay, yeah, so test so that swag lab text is present on the header of the login page. So test status is pass. Comments, this is for your colleagues when they review your test case, whether it is correct or wrong, they'll write it. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಈಗ all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is an assignment for all of you. Tomorrow before you come to the class, make sure you fill the proper template and you show me in the class. There only I'll see whether you are eligible to write a test case or not. If you know this, you will survive in the company. Otherwise they'll say tata bye bye. Okay, you have to write this. Okay, example for test case template, take down this. Wait. Test answer, write down test case template, which is a test case template, which is a standard document. It's a standard document defined in the projects. Standard document defined in the project. Which has been divided into 3 parts or 3 sections, which has been divided into 3 sections. Header, point number 1, header. Second one, body. Third one is footer. Earlier we used to follow that footer, but now we don't follow that. This is just for knowledge purpose. When I say footer and the last here, for example, this is a header. This one is a header, and whatever we write here, this is a body. And at the last, they used to write author name, who has written, and the date. Like this, they used to write. That is a footer section, but now we don't follow that at all. Okay, this is just for knowledge purpose. Then take down the standard test case template. standard test case template. You write these sections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is this completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm stopping it today. I have some other work. So tomorrow I'll continue the remaining stuff. But before you come to the tomorrow class, make sure you write a test case. And whatever the scenarios I have given an assignment, right? Follow the same template and write only fill this particular area, right? You fill only this particular area. Example, I'll show you. Test scenarios. You write that same template, you write it on the top. On the top, you write it. And wherever you see the test scenario section, right? You write, for example, see, I have created ATM machine, lift, WhatsApp. Below there are pages are there, right? Pen, YouTube, bike, like that. You create a page and write it. And then you have to show me in the class. So this Saturday, everybody should show that. Okay, fine. So you can utilize this time. If I'm leaving early, doesn't mean that you can enjoy. At least spend some time to write the scenarios. So this Saturday, I will review.